Hey, what's going on, Intan fans? This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the strongest, the funniest, the sexiest man in the world. I am very happy to tell you guys that my new film, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, will be released on January 12th. Look, I look forward to seeing you in the cinemas, and I bet you're gonna love the hell out of it. Jumanji, get ready, January 12th. What I wanted to do, the bottom line in
视频前的你，如果在男性持久力、勃起硬度等方面不满意，现在就加郭老师微信358-163-379，让郭老师帮助你持久坚挺，延时20到40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，增强夫妻性生活，28天彻底告别快男软男，做回自信的自己。记住微信358-163-379。
Great. Jake Kasdan is a great director, and also, I think you really got to give a lot of credit to Jake because Jumanji is a very big movie, and now the potential of Jumanji before we made the movie was really big. Now it looks like it's really big. So Jake, it's not like Jake was directing Fast and Furious movies and the Avengers, right? Jake was making like smaller comedies. And he came in, he did a great job. And I think that you have a lot of actors who have big personalities. Myself, Kevin Hart, Jack Black has a big personality. And you have to do a good job at balancing that. And I think he did a great job. Working with those guys, they're so good. And I've had an opportunity in the past to act in movies where there's a big cast, right? Like Baywatch and Fast and Furious and G.I. Joe and things like that. And Karen Gillan has worked, the Guardians of the Galaxy and now Avengers. But this cast was very special, because I think everybody wanted to make a great movie. There were no egos, and everyone came to the set every day with the idea that let's do everything we can to make people belly laugh, laugh so hard in these scenes. And it worked out great. I love Jack and Kevin, and Kevin's so cute. He's this big, he's just like that. He's like this. Hey, Kevin. Hey, buddy. There's always a bromance, I think, between me and Kevin. I love Kevin, and it's very special. I think what he and I have is a very unique chemistry that automatically, I think, when people just see us together, it's funny. It's going to be funny. And I think what makes the dynamic work is that I'm not a stand-up comedian. That's what Kevin does, and he does it well. I can be a funny guy, but I'm not a comedian. So I think the blending of both of us works out well. Family watched Jumanji, and they loved it. And I'm not just saying that. That sounds, my family loved the movie. They really, really loved it because I think we made something special. And, look, when you never know in movies how they're going to do, and you want to make a movie with, especially like Jumanji, especially, when Robin Williams passed away, it made Jumanji even more sacred. And then there's a tremendous amount of pressure to make sure that this Jumanji is good. So I would have never in my wildest dreams ever thought that the movie was going to do this well. And not that I didn't think it would do well, but just this is like a phenomenon that's happening. We were very fortunate to take over Star Wars and in the U.S. box office. I can't wait for it to come to China. They're going to love it here in China. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's 3 girls that I have. I don't know why, but I can't. I don't know how to make a boy. I don't understand. I think about it every day. Ways to kill Kevin Hart. I wake up in the morning, I kiss my baby, and I have breakfast, and I think, how can I kill Kevin Hart? Yes. I think there's a few things that come to mind. Number one is really you got to find something I think that you're really passionate about. And when you're young and you're either a teenager or you're a millennial in your 20s, you hear that a lot, like find your passion, find your passion. But it's very true because life goes by so quickly, and if you're not expending energy into something that you love to do, well, the return, I think, is not going to be what you want it to be. So I'm a big proponent in telling young people out there to be passionate, find your passion about what you do. And also, I feel like today there's access to digital and internet and apps and things like that, which make our lives, inherently, they're supposed to make our lives a little easier. You could order everything through your app. You could order your food through your app. Everything is through the app, your phone, your this. There is nothing that compares to hard work. You have got to work hard at what you do. And I just don't mean work hard, and for the younger people out there, I just don't mean work hard 3 days a week. I mean, you've got to work hard every day, every night. So for example, when I landed here in Beijing yesterday morning, I landed at 5. By 9 a.m. I was in the gym, worked out, and then worked all day. You don't have to do that. That's kind of crazy. I'm crazy. But it's the idea that I have to put in the work in order to achieve something. So I would say that. The key is to work. Oh, yes. And also the key is to be grateful. Like really you got to be grateful, because I find that what has helped me over the years, and I've been very fortunate to achieve a few things, is that when I really rest in being grateful and rest in gratitude, it allows me to be happier every day, because I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this moment. I get a chance to sit with you, talk with the people of China, have my drink here. It's special. I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Well, you know, the main reason I wanted to make this movie was because I read this script and I thought this was just such a great idea for a movie about these teenagers who get sucked into this video game, but in the bodies of these video game characters. So that was the first appeal for me. I just thought this was a great movie on its own right if we did it well. But in addition to that, you know, I love the original movie, and so it had this rooting in the original Jumanji that we all really loved. And so this seemed like a great way to continue the story of this magical game, but in a whole new way. And I did think it was it gave the opportunity for more comedy than you get in the original movie, and that was attractive to me too.
Working with Jake is incredible. He's just one of the best directors I've ever encountered in my life. He creates such a lovely environment where you feel safe as a performer to maybe fail, which I think is maybe the most important thing to try and do, because then at least you're taking risks and stand a chance of doing something vaguely interesting. So he definitely creates a safe environment for that and gives you all the reassurance that you need. And so I had such a good time on this film, because it could have been incredibly intimidating for me working with all of these amazing, huge action comedy stars, but I just felt so comfortable in this nice environment created by Jake.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I'm going to say it's way more physically challenging than any Marvel movie I've ever worked on. Yeah, I did way more training than I normally do. So yeah, I really had to up my game for this one, which was a really fun challenge. Yeah, it's cool. A complete and utter Martha, through and through. I guess so.
You know, it's funny you say that. That was something that we realized we could do in this movie that you can't really do in any other, because this idea allows for that, which is that all of the heroes get killed. So then the fun of it was trying to come up with funny and different inventive ways for them to gradually each get killed, and then, as you say, you know, that because it's a video game, they come back. So it was one of the first things that we talked about, in particular when Dwayne came on board, was something we talked about a lot, which was what a great opportunity it is to have your heroes keep dying. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Curly foo? Why is it curly foo? Oh, okay. What? No, what is it? Mother-in-law. Oh, yes, because I'm the doctor's mother-in-law. Yeah. Whoa!
Nice.
I'm glad you've explained that to me, because maybe I would have been really confused.
I would love to. I don't have the movie yet, but that would be, it's something we have talked about. It would be a great thing to do. There are challenges to shooting in the jungle, but it's hard to get to places. It's very physical. So at the end of the day, you feel it. But as Karen says, it's very beautiful, and also sort of there's great. When you're making a movie like this, there's something wonderful about being able to look around and see the place and have it be a real place, and we loved it. We had fun.
I mean, Dwayne, because he could like protect us from like the oncoming animals.
Yeah.
Practical, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, I agree.
Oh, can it be anything? That is so specific. Maybe I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Or like, I don't know, maybe like someone who speaks a different language so that I can be bilingual for a day. That'd be cool. I want to learn Mandarin, but I feel like it's going to be really difficult.
I think that I think if I had to pick one from the movie, I would probably pick Dwayne's character. Yeah, no one wants to. No one ever picks Jack's character. It's true.
I'll pick Jack. I'll be Jack.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to take my coffee machine because it honestly brings me more joy than it should in the mornings. A phone, a mobile phone, and then something to create signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Bug repellent.
Yes, yes. I can't believe I forgot that one.
Canteen.
A canteen?
Yeah, something to drink.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never heard that.
Like a
word.
Thermos, or
I thought you meant like a full restaurant.
and a restaurant.
That's too far.
Yeah.